The question is, why that night? Because astrologically, this moment didn't happen in isolation. It occurred at a precise point in a cycle that had been building for months. On February 13th, investigators asked Nancy Guthrie's neighbors to review surveillance footage from January 11th between 9 p.m. and midnight. On January 10th, the last quarter moon marked a critical turning point in that cycle, a phase associated with pressure, adjustment, and decisive action. When something has been building can no longer remain hidden, and movement becomes inevitable. Then comes January 11th, the same day on which we now know a second image of a suspect was captured on Nancy Guthrie's surveillance video. So let's dive into this chart. I've cast the chart for 9 p.m., representing the beginning of that window. The chart has Virgo on the ascendant, representing the suspect, ruled by Mercury. In forensic astrology, Mercury indicates two individuals, and this is a pattern I've consistently observed across multiple charts I've cast in the Nancy Guthrie case. In my earlier video, Astrological Analysis of the Nancy Guthrie Abduction Case, I noted indications pointing to three or more individuals involved, and this chart continues to support that possibility. With Virgo rising, Mercury becomes the ruler of the chart, highlighting themes of observation, movement, and communication. Here, Mercury forms a stellium with the Sun, Venus, and Mars, a pattern that mirrors the alignment present on the night Nancy was abducted. The key difference is, on January 11th, these planets are in Capricorn, a sign associated with planning, timing, and calculated structure, and they are positioned in the 12th house. In astrology, the 12th house is linked to hidden influences, secrecy, and what operates behind the scenes. The moon also represents the suspect in this chart, and it is in Scorpio in the 3rd house, pointing to activity within Nancy's immediate environment. This suggests observation, watching from the shadows, tracking movement, becoming familiar with routines and surroundings. The moon square to transiting Pluto adds intensity, secrecy, and hidden dynamics to the activity. If additional individuals are involved, they would be represented by the ruler and the 7th house. Neptune is the ruler, conjunct Saturn in the 7th house. The moon forms a sesquiquadrate to Saturn, indicating interaction or coordination with another party. Notably, the surveillance image from February 1st, when Nancy Guthrie was abducted, appears to show the suspect carrying a walkie-talkie in his pocket, a clear form of communication. So the question becomes, if this was a lone individual, why the need for communication? Saturn also rules the Capricorn stellium in the 12th house, again reinforcing coordination and multiple participants. When reviewing the two images of the suspects side by side, which were captured on different days, and the suspect was wearing the same clothes, the first image, the suspect is lean and does not fill out the jacket he is wearing. And in the second image, the suspect appears to have a belly, filling out that jacket. When viewed together, the chart reflects a moment of heightened tension, secrecy, and coordinated activity within a localized setting, aligning closely with the timeline investigators have identified. And this comes directly back to Nancy's natal chart, which I covered in my video, Was It Written in the Stars? Within the chart, there is a fixed T-square, a configuration of sustained pressure. Her sun sits on the ascendant, representing her life force and identity, in direct opposition to Pluto conjunct the 7th house, the house of hidden enemies. Her suns both are squared by Mars at the apex, where the pressure is most intensely focused, and it's in the 4th house of home and family. This creates a closed circuit of tension across the fixed signs. A T-square holds that pressure. But on January 11th, something changed. As the transiting moon in Scorpio moved across the midheaven, it activated this natal pattern, completing it into a grand square. A grand square doesn't release tension, it locks it in from all sides. And the moon? The moon acts as the trigger. So in that moment, the pressure wasn't just building, it was activated, becoming visible in real time. January 11th wasn't the beginning, it was the first moment the pattern revealed itself.